Happy Friday! And this is Private Practice. And it's 4:30 p.m. on Friday, the 18th of August, 2017. And today is one of those awesome, fantastic, fabulous, amazing days that we wish we could have every single day of every single year ever. So we can have them. We can have those outstanding days, those amazing days, those days where you feel inspired and encouraged and fulfilled and like you've made a contribution and the world is just better, even though it's freezing cold outside and snowing not too far away and really windy and there's grit everywhere. It's just like, you can't dampen my spirits, people. Today is one of those days. I got to hang out with Janine Garner today because she's just awesome and she asked me to, and so I did. And we created some fabulous content. I'm a guest on her podcast. Yes, she has a podcast. And I helped create some content for something new that she's launching very soon. And that was really exciting. Number one, to be asked by somebody as fabulous as Janine. If you don't know who she is, then you need to do that, then find out who she is. So I'll put a link to her Facebook community on this post because that would be a good thing to do. Yay, Joe! So I'm going to celebrate all things awesome and wonderful. And what made today so special? Well, hanging out with people who get you, who inspire you, who encourage you, who just want you to be the best version of yourself. To me, that is like the best way to spend time. That is the best way for me to spend time, energy, and money. And it didn't matter that it took me 90 minutes to get to where she was and 90 minutes to get home, and I didn't grumble about the traffic. I was going to, but then I didn't. I'm just so glad I busted through my fears about going and spending time with her today. You see, I felt like I had nothing of value to contribute. And I know you're all going, oh, Joe, you've got so much stuff to say and a lot to contribute. Well, cheers and thank you. But I too often struggle with the stuff I talk about every single day, the stuff that's important to me, the stuff that I obsess about, the stuff that I am passionate about. It becomes so common sense and so much like I've heard this over and over and over again. Why doesn't anyone else know this? When we're operating from that place and when we find ourselves saying the same things and people going, wow, that's amazing, or oh my God, that's so simple, or thank you so much for sharing that, and it's effortless for us, that's our zone of genius. And we've got this warped, twisted work thing that goes on in our heads where we find that if it's easy and simple and effortless, then it's not work. Because work is hard and work is fatiguing and work can burn me out and work can make me sick. And in extreme cases, I can't work. But when you find that thing that is no longer a job, that thing that is no longer a career, even though you could be performing in a job or building a career, you find that thing that is your calling, that thing that sets you apart from everyone else, and somebody else sees it and pulls it out of you and then ignites it. That's awesome. I love when that happens to me, and that's the gift I want to be able to give people in my world. And I've had a day saturating, marinating in all of that juicy goodness today. So the upshot for you is this. The stuff that you know, that feels like it's common sense, so much so that it's probably boring for you, that is the stuff that the world needs to hear from you. All right? Seriously, that is the stuff that you have mastered. That is the stuff that you have thought about. That is the stuff that you have emoted with. That is the stuff you have wrestled with. That is the stuff that you have made sense of. And that is the gift that the world needs from you. So I've learned something about myself today. I still fall into the trap of thinking that work needs to be hard work. And that's not what work is. Work is satisfaction, it is fulfillment, it is contribution. It's more than just doing technical tasks, it's more than just meeting KPIs, it's more than just doing the things to tick yourself off a list and say, I did that, I've got my paycheck coming in. Work has always been more than that for human people, and it will always be more than that for people. So my encouragement to you is to enjoy the stuff that people pick your brain about. Enjoy the stuff that you love to talk about and that you're passionate about. Learn about it. Add more to it. Get resources for it. Start talking about it and own it. Because when you own it and you come across incredibly certain, people will want more of you. And who doesn't love going and hearing a speaker who not only inspires you, but motivates you to take action? So inspiration is fleeting. But if someone can actually ignite something that's inside of you that actually causes change and behavior change, wow, what an amazing gift you have for people. So here's cheers to all of our awesomeness and all the awesome, wonderful, fabulous days that we have had in our business, because it's not always dealing with telecommunication companies and dealing with complaints. Some days we have awesome days, and that is why we do what we do. Now, I have a massive, massive ask of you. If you have watched this video today, I would like you to interact with it. I would like you to press like or love or the sign. Please don't do the grumpy person sign. I don't want that. Comment. Tell me that you've enjoyed this. Tell me that. Keep going, Joe, because you probably don't know this about me, but I actually find doing these videos really hard. I actually get scared and have to do it really quickly before I talk myself out of it, which is sometimes why I am talking really, really, really fast. So it would help me greatly and make me want to do more of these if you could press the like button, interact with this Facebook post somehow, so that I know that people are watching and that these are important. I'm hearing that people are talking about these at dinners. I'm hearing that this is some people's wind down from work and some people's getting ready for work. I am hearing that these are valuable, and I want to make sure that I am not adding more noise to a very noisy world, but that I'm cutting through and I'm helpful and useful and adding some valuable content. I've had some people private message me with some questions that I'm actually going to answer over the coming days. So stick out, wait out for that. And the answer to the question, which I've had a couple of times, is why don't I do these as Facebook Lives? I don't have stable enough internet connection to do a Facebook Live. I've tried them. I just don't have it. So I find it better to record them, and then the internet gods can upload as it needs to upload, and I don't have to sit there getting cranky about the fact that we've dropped out again. Anywho, here is to an awesome, awesome weekend. Here's to your fabulousness, and raise your glass. You've done good this week. I'll see you next week.